We are turning our attention now towards Cyclone Ditwah. The India Meteorological Department has informed that cyclonic storm Ditwah is moving towards Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and South Andhra Pradesh coast and is likely to make landfall on November 30th. Tamil Nadu has issued a red alert for 4 districts and an orange alert for 5 others ahead of its arrival. The storm had earlier struck Sri Lanka's eastern coast on 18th November morning, leaving over 40 people dead and causing extensive damage as it's moved northwest towards India. Joining us live on the broadcast is my colleague Belly Thomas with more details on this. Belly, India is now gearing up for Cyclone Ditwah as it's expected to make landfall across India on November 30th. In Tamil Nadu, in fact, we have red alerts being issued for 4 districts and orange alerts for 5 others. Belly. All right, we'll try to reconnect over there with Belly, but remember that Cyclone Ditwah has already wreaked a lot of havoc in Sri Lanka and it has left over 40 people dead and it has caused extensive damage as well. I believe Belly is back on the line with us. Belly, we were just talking about how cyclonic storm Ditwah is expected to make landfall in India on November 30th and Tamil Nadu has 4 districts on red alert and 5 on orange.
Absolutely. The Indian Meteorological Department has predicted that Cyclone Ditwah would make a landfall on the southern states, coastal areas, including southern districts of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, coming down until Kanyakumari is what we hear from the IMD, the Indian Meteorological Department. So earlier it was said that the cyclone Ditwah would make a landfall at around November 29th, and it will gradually become less in intensity. But the forecast shows that it kind of intensified and it is going to make a landfall on November 30th is what we hear from the Indian and the regional meteorological department in Chennai and Visakhapatnam. So the wind speeds of this are somewhere between 80 km per hour speed until 90, where there would be gusty winds along with certain places where heavy to very heavy rainfalls are being predicted. The local administration has been directed to take precautionary measures, informing the people who are living in low-lying areas, as well as fishermen not to venture into the sea until further notice. So this would be a kind of bracing themselves, especially the people who are living in the coastal areas. Will have to brace themselves up until November 30th, so that this cyclone Ditwah that would make a landfall, and according to the IMD, which will grow lesser in its intensity, is what is being predicted. And all the district administration, along with NDRF and SDRF, is at alert. They are kind of deployed at strategic locations, including low-lying areas and the previously flood-hit zones that were on the map. And we can say that the entire machinery is prepared to brace this cyclone Ditwah. Shivani.
Right, Belly. Please do stay on with us. In fact, we have some more inputs on this story. In response to forecasts of heavy rain and strong cyclonic winds, airport authorities have preemptively cancelled 54 flights scheduled for November 30th. The cancellation spans both arrivals and departures on domestic and regional routes, impacting services to Madurai, Tiruchirappalli, Thoothukudi, Salem, Bengaluru, Hyderabad and even Jaffna in Sri Lanka. So, Belly, taking precautions now, flights have been preemptively cancelled. They are making sure that there are no other disruptions that are being caused, because this cyclone has already wreaked a lot of havoc in Sri Lanka.
Absolutely, Shivani. So the flight cancellation have been happening since yesterday, that we got to learn from the Sri Lankan authorities, where flights were diverted. Some of the flights were diverted to another airport in Sri Lanka, while some of them had to some of the Sri Lankan aircrafts had to land in Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram is what we were told yesterday. So now, since Kochi is also a coastal area and Chennai is also a coastal area, so these airports have also been under alert now, and all the flights that which are not cancelled would be making its arrival at districts such as Madurai and Tiruchirappalli, where the airports would be free of this the cyclone effect, and a lot of flights have also been cancelled as a preemptive measure that no untoward incident would happen. So this has caused a kind of inconvenience among air travelers, but it is indeed a preemptive measure because this cyclone is becoming more and more unpredicted, according to sources from IMD. Earlier it was supposed to start as one cyclone, which is Cyclone Senyar, and then all of a sudden it had become two depressions in the Bay of Bengal, one of them near the Strait of Malacca and one of the coastal Malaysia, and then later on the Cyclone Ditwah formed again, which is traveling northwestwards towards Sri Lankan coast, and now making a landfall in Tamil Nadu's coast and Andhra Pradesh coast on November 30th.
All right. Thank you so much, Belly, for all those